Hello Taurus, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your November Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, at your career space, and we'll get you guidance on how to best navigate the energies of the month of November. At the end, I'll post some messages in love, so regardless whether you have somebody on your mind or you don't, this will be some guidance useful to you. And by the way, it is mostly directed at the romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be, right? Maybe there is a new friendship that you're establishing in your life. The baseline of those close relationships, those where you share of yourself, where you create trust, it will still be the same. And then, of course, we'll start with the Oracle deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle that I decided to use today. Let's see what we have for Taurus. This reading is for Sun, Moon, and Rising Taurus. So if you're checking a reading for your sun sign, please check out videos for your other placements as well. I would say at least the Ascendant. That's really, really important. And we already had Come to the Edge. To me, it's the equivalent of the Fool card in this deck. But before I proceed, first of all, there is my show Mindfully Awake. Please tune in every Friday night at 6 p.m. AST for a new episode. We live stream it on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on X, and all the podcast platforms. There, of course, there's always going to be a recording, so you can catch the episode later. There is a playlist on this channel with the same name where you can find the episodes that have aired so far. What else? And I have the sweepstakes going on right now. You can enter for a chance to win a free personal reading with me, which you're also welcome to book through my website or by sending me an email. And readings can be done either as a live session in Zoom, or you can send me your questions and I will record it for you and share a link with you. So in order to do that, in order to enter the sweepstakes and potentially win a free reading, all you need to do is be subscribed to my channel and leave at least 5 comments under any of the videos. If you leave 10, then you'll get 2 entries and so on and so forth. I will announce the winners on the 2nd and 3rd of November. Well, I mean, either of those days, but this coming weekend. So we have Come to the Edge. Let me actually read it from the book, because I feel like, especially with all the hearts that we see here, it's gonna be an interesting one. Facing an unknown is the only choice you really have right now if you want to progress. It's okay to be afraid. Yeah, really like special edition for Taurus. It's okay to be afraid for, about the change, about stepping to the edge. Now is the time to take a risk that is not calculated, to feel the exhilaration as you ready yourself for a leap of faith. Spirit is present, so let go of fear. You are called to express your true self. Listen to your heart and soul, not your head. Come to the edge and discover that you can fly. You must step into the unfamiliar so that you may find your miracles. There you go. Sometimes falling into the unknown is the only way, right? Especially if we are going for something completely different. And we usually know when there was that kind of ending. I feel like it often happens that way. And then there's like a pause, and then it's not very clear what happens next. But what it also means is that you're being guided. It's not like your higher power is just gonna leave you there hanging, right? That's the whole point of having that faith, that the universe is bringing in the people, places, and opportunities for you to step into the unknown, to take that risk and to grow with it. Okay, let's see what we have with tarot. So for your love life, we have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and 2 of Cups. Oh, this is beautiful, soul connection. Okay, for your career space, 10 of Wands. Yep, that sounds like that ending that I was talking about. King of Swords, and Three of Pentacles. And the advice, the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Four of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Wands. I love Seven of Wands in this deck because a lot of times it may be that, generally speaking, it may have a negative connotation of like being defensive or closed off, or, you know, feeling like you need to fight for what you stand for. In this deck, it's a very much about a very harmonious card. You know, it's like you're in your element, you're in your bubble, in your own love bubble, right? It's not about the other person, it's about you finding that peace, love, safety in the situation you're in, right? And it's not the challenge, it's like, this is the point, right? So if you're not there yet, then this is your kind of secret sauce of what can you do. And of course, you can think of a bunch of different practices in terms of mindfulness and wellness. I do talk a lot about it on my show, so you definitely should check out. If you're struggling to come up with something more specific, you can scan through the episodes, and there's going to be a lot there. Essentially, with every topic we're looking into, part of the episode is about what we can do through mindfulness practices, right? Through specific steps that we can be taking. How can we change the situation for the better, or like in the direction that we want to move? So let's take a closer look here. You have Queen of Wands and Knight of Swords here. So you could be dealing with an air sign or a fire sign. There could be a difference in age between the two of you. So someone is younger. Well, in this case, the air sign is younger, right? And I know you're saying, well, I'm Taurus and it's Earth. But you can have, for example, you can have fire, a lot of fire in your chart. Or right now in this connection, you are acting as a fire sign, you know, as a Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands knows what they want. They have this wisdom and they understand like what is the relationship all about, at least for them, you know, and what are their non-negotiables that they need to have here, right? They also understand how much how much value it has in terms of the personal growth, you know, and personal space. With the Knight of Swords here, I would just say that there's clearly, especially in this deck, since the person is running away, they still, like, there is this energy of movement, of a certain direction, right, on making things happen, right? So the Knight of Wands definitely wants to, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords definitely wants to move things along. But there's also, I'm getting with this card specifically, there's also some fear. Like, what is going to happen if this doesn't go well? Am I going to lose this person? Am I going to get heartbroken and I'll have to deal with that? So, you know, it's that point where a person may not necessarily go for something deeper just because they're being cautious, because they don't want to get their heart broken, right? Or, you know, let's say you already know each other and you work together, you're friends, and they don't want to jeopardize that relationship, you know? It's like, yeah, if we go further, then that may get ruined and I may lose the person from my life altogether. And I really don't want that, because I love working with them, or I really appreciate them as my friend. But the truth is that there is a soul contract here, right? So this is a soulmate, and I don't mean in a super romanticized way. I mean that there is a certain task that the two of you have together, things that you are supposed to teach each other. So it's, on the one hand, there's a good chance that you don't need to worry about this relationship, because it's gonna be, you guys are gonna be coming together, even if for a moment you're gonna be apart because there is some fear or uncertainty. The universe will bring you back together, right? Like you can't really escape that. On the other hand, of course, there's still free will. And if you show too much resistance, either you or the other person or both, then it's possible that that lesson is not going to be learned. This knowledge is not going to be taken in that way. So I see there's a potential for something beautiful here. And if you're already in a relationship with this person, there's definitely some next level engagement that you can get into, right? But it does require a lot of vulnerability, right? That space where you both feel like it's a safe space and you can be yourself completely, right? Then let's take a look at your career space. So I started talking about the ending that usually happens before you have this come to the edge situation, and that's what I see here. So some kind of either a project or a job, maybe a client was really causing a lot of burden for you, a lot of inner conflict here, and a lot of exhaustion, right? And so you've gotten to the point where it's like it's too much, it's too heavy to carry with you, and the value or the benefit doesn't outweigh the struggle here, right? So you could be dealing with someone who's very logical, could be older in age, who is helping you see where you are and how to move to a healthier space, right? The 10 of Wands is like this tired energy of like, oh, I can't do this anymore, like I'm so tired. Sometimes also feeling like I don't really see the way out, like I just don't see what I can do in this situation. Like, for example, if it's an important client, it's like, I need this client, so I can't just, show them the boot or give them the boot. I have to keep it, to make it work. And then either this person or you in this energy will see in a very logical, very informed way. Maybe you'll do your homework and run some analytics and see that actually, even in terms of numbers, that client doesn't bring you that much profit. Maybe you're spending so much time catering to them that you realize that you could have made all this money even more if you had like a few other clients. With the time you're spending, you could be helping a few other clients. Something along those lines. And another important point here is, of course, the Three of Pentacles, the collaboration, that if you feel like you need someone's help to get out of this space, then definitely employ people around you, right? Or ask for help. People want to help you, right? It's I was just reading just today that asking for help takes courage. Yes, it takes courage. Again, it takes showing certain level of vulnerability, right? But sometimes this is the best thing that can happen, and while we are collaborating on this solution, we can also learn a lot from each other. Advice. There's a lot here about taking action and going forward confidently, right? It will require putting in effort, doing your homework, making sure you're focused and on point, which I feel like Tauruses usually are pretty good at anyway. But be careful in terms of the resources and how you spend them. Sometimes we can get excited, especially with the Chariot card here, and want to go full speed and want to just throw ourselves at something, some project or a relationship or whatever it is. Be careful with that. And to me, this card's asking you to pace yourself, definitely not to overspend. I think we have a Mercury retrograde coming in pretty soon, so yeah, could be connected to that as well. But more importantly, like, of course, this can be about actual finances, but it can be about your own energy, the capacity that you have. So be mindful of that and take care of yourself from that perspective. Let's get some messages in love for Taurus. What do Tauruses need to know? Okay, that was pretty fast and confident. We see the clock. Need time, takes time to heal, progress, right? We actually talked about time quite a lot. Timing is very important. Sometimes timing is everything. For when you leave a certain situation, when you enter a certain situation. when it comes to this card, I also, when we spoke about this full energy and trust, it's also about divine timing, right? So don't rush things, don't like push for specific timing to happen it according to what you feel works for you, have that wiggle room where you can trust with the divine timing. The other card is heartbroken, and this will work for the relationship as well, by the way. Sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. This is, I see two scenarios here. First, you could be still heartbroken from a previous relationship, and that's why it may be harder for you to connect to this new person, to this soulmate, right? And I would just say, especially with the clock card, give yourself time to heal. Don't rush with anything. And if you feel like it's a special person, you can actually talk to them about it and explain, right? And if they value you the way that they're supposed to develop this further, then they will take that into consideration and they will give you time and space to heal. For others, it's more about not having enough trust in this new relationship because generally you've been heartbroken a lot of times, right? And it's not fully healed. So this is something to look for. If you're being too critical of yourself or the other person, if you have too many doubts, right, you're afraid to speak your truth or take action, then definitely something to look for. Like think of your previous important relationships and what happened there, and whether you had closure and whether you have forgiven yourself and the other person, things like that, right? Those could be your like big time flags and to what to pay attention to and what may still need your attention, because only when this part is healed or at least put to closure, you have space, you have capacity, and you're able to open up to the new person and new relationship. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope this was useful for you, Taurus. I love you guys. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And of course, leave comments if you want a free personal reading. I love you all, and until next time.